Welcome to our cozy corner of tales, where wonder and adventure await. Tonight we travel to the vibrant land of India, where ancient wisdom and whimsy come alive in the timeless stories of the Panchatantra. In this enchanting collection, we find a delightful tale of unexpected friendships and clever solutions. Let's begin our journey with The Monks and the Mouse, a charming story that will transport you to a world of simplicity and surprise.
The Monks and the Mouse. Once upon a time in a forest lived a crow, Patanakam, and a mouse, Hiranyaka. They both deeply cared for each other's well-being, which made them great friends. Their life was joyful in each other's company. However, their happiness didn't last long. The following summer was very severe, which evaporated the water from ponds, lakes, and rivers of the forest. Due to the lack of water, even the grass dried up. As there was shortage of food and water in the jungle, most of the animals started migrating to other places. However, the crow and the mouse were reluctant to leave the forest. This forest is my home. How can I leave my home behind? I don't even know of any other safe place. Do you know of any place where we could be happy and safe? Hiranyaka asked Patanakam. There is a pond in Dandakaranya forest. My friend, the tortoise, lives there. We can go and stay there, said Patanakam. I stayed with him before coming here. He was helpful and used to share his food with me, explained Patanakam. Hiranyaka then agreed to go with Patanakam. Both of them set out to Dandakaranya forest. Seeing Patanakam, the tortoise welcomed him with a smile. Patanakam then introduced Hiranyaka to the tortoise. This is Hiranyaka, the mouse, a good friend of mine. The tortoise looked at the mouse and said, I haven't seen a mouse in a long time. Usually, mice live in towns where humans live. Why are you living in a forest? The tortoise asked curiously. I used to live in a town, Champa, which was home to not only mice but also monks. One monk by the name of Karuna used to live there. After eating his food, he used to hang the pot with the remaining food high in the ceiling. As soon as he slept, I used to go and eat the food. One day, he saw me eating and threatened to hit me with a stick. One morning, his friend Charan came on a visit. While chanting, Charan observed his friend striking the ground with a stick and making noises. He asked, I have been observing you. Why are you making noises with this stick? Karuna replied, What to do? A mouse is running around the house. He is eating my food even though I hung it high in the ceiling. Charan wondered, how can such a tiny mouse climb up high and eat? It is something to be taken seriously. He recollected a similar incident and started to tell the same to Karuna. Once, I went to a Brahmin's house for lunch. I happened to hear the conversation between the Brahmin and his wife. Tomorrow being an auspicious day, it is considered honorable if we feed the Brahmins. What will you cook? The Brahmin asked his wife. His wife complained angrily. We do not have any provisions at home. You did not get anything even though I reminded you several times. How can I cook without the necessary items? What is great in cooking if you have all the ingredients? Everyone can do that. Instead of complaining, you prepare something with whatever item we have with us, replied the Brahmin. Very well, said the wife. We have only sesame seeds with us. She took out some seeds, washed and pounded them, and left them in the sun to dry. When she came out to take the dried up seeds, she found them scattered and hens nibbling the seeds. When she told her husband about it, he suggested, Use your intelligence, go to our neighbors and somehow exchange these with new seeds. She went to the neighbor's house and asked the lady as suggested by her husband. When the lady was about to help the Brahmin's wife, her husband stopped her. There is something fishy going on. Why will she ask you to exchange pounded and dried seeds for fresh ones? Ask her the real reason before helping her. Charan concluded his story. I don't know what happened next, but after this, I realized that there would be a solid reason behind every situation. We have to know the reason. So instead of frightening the mouse with a stick, think about how and why such a tiny mouse is in your house stealing your food. You have to find a way to drive away the mouse. Karuna agreed with his friend and came to a decision. He dug up the hole where the mouse lived, threw away the food in it, and closed it. Hiranyaka concluded his story by telling the others, even though I starved for a few days and became very weak without food and water, I still stayed near the monk's house. My sight irritated him. So one day he threw a stick at me. Luckily, I escaped. If not, I would have been dead. But that situation made me realize that it is not good to make others suffer because of your comfort. I accepted the fact that I don't belong in the town and left. After coming to the forest, my life became carefree. I met Patanakam here and became good friends. I learned that there are only two joys in life: listening to good stories and spending time with friends. Patanakam and the tortoise agreed with Hiranyaka. What you said is true, said the tortoise. Money and pleasures do not stay with us. We should not be selfish like the monk. Whatever little we have to share it with others. What is the use of wealth if not used properly? A selfish person neither enjoys his life nor lets others enjoy it. A poor person is much greater than a selfish one. We should live happily with what we have and not be greedy. Otherwise, we will face a similar fate like the greedy jackal. So have you heard the story of the greedy jackal? No? Then why wait? It's our next story.
As we reflect on the tale of the monks and the mouse from the Panchatantra collection, we're reminded that even the smallest creatures can teach us valuable lessons about kindness and compassion. To explore more stories from this collection and cultures around the world, download the StoryWaves app from Apple or Android app stores. A StoryWaves subscription costs less than $1 a month, making it one of the most affordable ways to bring quality stories to your family. All new stories are available on the StoryWaves app, and the most exciting content is only available on the app. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow StoryWaves on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify for updates on upcoming content. Thank you warmly for watching.